how a restaurant in Beit Shemesh became sandwich central for the state of Israel. God sends angels to Avrohom. Rashi tells us, why did God send angels? Because Avrohom was in pain. What was he in pain from? Was he in pain because he just had surgery? He had a circumcision? Says Rashi that no, it's not because he was in pain from the circumcision, but he was in pain that there were no guests. He had more pain from the fact that he couldn't bring in the guests more than the surgery that he just had. I don't understand. If there were guests outside and he was too sick, too ill to bring them in, I understand why he'd be upset. But there were no guests. It was boiling hot outside in the desert. Explains Rav Moshe Feinstein, Avrohom didn't do kindness, didn't do chesed because there was somebody in front of him that needed. He did the chesed, the giving, because he was a giver. And that was his essence. And if he couldn't do it, then that made him in pain. I live in Beit Shemesh, and there's a store in Beit Shemesh, a dairy restaurant called Aroma. And there's a chain, there's a number of them throughout Israel. And after October 7th, Aroma in Beit Shemesh became sandwich central. From 7 a.m. in the morning until 4 p.m. in the afternoon, it was open, but not as a store. It was open as a place where people came from all over, seniors, youth, schools came, and they made sandwiches for the soldiers. And the owner of Aroma in Beit Shemesh, and he owns a few others, Yariv Shefa, he organized it all. 10,000 sandwiches a day were delivered north, south, everywhere. One of my members in my shul in Beit Shemesh collected some funds for him. He said, I collected some money for you, where could I deposit it? And Yariv Shefa says, I'm not taking any. This is my mitzvah. This is my part in the war effort of giving to the Jewish nation. I'm not taking anything. He was somebody that followed Avrohom, that said, I want to give, I want to do, because he was a giver. Be great, be a giver, be like Avrohom.